how's it going, guys? KaijuLou here.
SegaSean as well.
Retro Nick.
And welcome to Zone 6 of the Super Game Strikers podcast, the official podcast of Game Strikers. And before we do anything, before we say anything else, me and SegaSean would like to apologize firsthand for last week's mistake on last weekend's Splatoon Splatfest.
We're so sorry!
What we said wasn't really...
you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
What we said wasn't really false. It was just a misunderstanding. Team Hoverboard versus Team Jetpack was actually the European version of Splatfest weekend, while the North American version was actually Team Snowman versus Team Sandcastle. And just a little recap from that, Team Sandcastle came out victorious in a dead close match.
Very close.
With Team Snowman winning the most matches by slightly. Team Sandcastle winning the popularity vote. But overall, final score came dead close, Team Sandcastle.
I'm very shocked.
And, yeah.
Because do you want to build a snowman? That song, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, so, okay, we just wanted to clear that up, folks. And, but yeah, you know, we weren't totally wrong, so...
Yeah, and plus, Splatfest seemed to be, like, you know, circulating and stuff, so that's probably going to come to us eventually, just not now.
All right, and just to start things off, time to answer last week's trivia question. And last week's trivia question, just for a recap, was I wanted you guys to name me 3 games that originally got their start as an exclusive to a Nintendo system. And the 3 that I have on my list here, which you could come up with a list of 3 of any other games. The list is long, but the 3 that I picked, one was Clock Tower, which came out back in 1995, exclusively in Japan only, for only the SNES. And Clock Tower, very well known as the one game that pioneered what survival horror gaming is.
Pretty much started it, you know?
And number 2 on the list, Zombie U. Zombie U back in 2012 came out as the Wii U.
I've never heard of it. Oh.
Didn't it?
It's a sequel.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Yes. I'm just saying.
I did not know that. My bad.
No, it's okay.
It's like how he knows.
No, I'm like, no.
Well, Sean will explain it, folks. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know what system it was for originally. Maybe it was on NES or something like that. But it's actually a sequel to a long-lost Ubisoft franchise.
Because I remember I heard saying that it was a launch title.
Yeah,
for the Wii U
a launch
back
title
in
for the
2012.
Wii U, but it didn't get its start. The series did not get its start.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what system it was for. Maybe the computer, PC. But it was called Zombie with 2 eyes. Ironically.
Oh, okay, because I know that right after Zombie U, it was called U because of the Wii U.
Yeah.
But then later on, it got ported to the PS4 and the Xbox One, and they just pretty much took out the U and they just called it Zombie.
Yeah,
you know.
You could say it got its start again, but it was like a reboot of sorts. So it did technically get its start. If it was on NES, excuse me. At least I know it came out before.
All
so,
right,
yeah.
well, SegaSean for the save here, people. And number 3, one of my favorite games from the Ni no Kuni series, Ni no Kuni Dominion of the Dark Djinn, which came out in 2010 only for the Nintendo DS, but an enhanced version came out exclusively for the PlayStation 3 console called Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which Sean has heard me talked about several times before in the past. One of my all-time favorite and a hidden gem on the PS3 system. And speaking of Ni no Kuni, I fangirled the other day because I just found out about it, which I couldn't believe. Back in December, it was announced and a reveal trailer was shown for the new Ni no Kuni game. There's actually going to be a sequel called Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, which will hopefully come out later on in the year. I don't know when there's a release date for it or not, but I don't know when the release date will be, but it will come out for the PS4 system. I'm not sure it will just still be a PlayStation exclusive. But the only sad thing is that Studio Ghibli, which did the cutscenes for the first game, is not going to be in the second game, sadly enough. Which was cool because, Studio Ghibli, well known for making such great movies as Spirited Away,
Yeah.
Ponyo.
Isn't it Ghibli?
Well, I think there's different ways.
I heard it
Ghibli,
pronounced as Ghibli.
Yeah, there's
I used to
different
call
ways.
it Ghibli too.
Yeah,
But then I heard
guess there's,
people.
like,
I
really
say
no-
Ghibli.
My Neighbor Totoro, my personal favorite.
The Wind Rises.
The Wind Rises, and a lot of those amazing movies. But this time it won't be involved with Ni no Kuni 2, as I heard. Oh well, but still looks like a great game. Can't wait for that.
Definitely.
And so yeah, out with the old and with the new. Here is this week's new trivia question. And as you guys know, you have up to 1 week. You can answer in the comment section below here on YouTube, or also on Game Strikers on Facebook when Sean posts the link and announces it too on Game Strikers. So here's a fairly easier trivia question compared to this one. And this one is called, Name me at least 3 video games that are based on a TV show. I can name 3 off the top of my head right now. But
Wait, 3 video games based off a TV show?
based on a TV show.
And they have to start as a TV show?
Yeah, it was a
Or
TV
they
show
get a video
first.
game?
TV show first, and then there has to be like a span, at least one video game that was based on the TV show, and it could be a drama, it could be a sitcom, it could even be an animated TV show.
I'm getting my answer
Any
now
kind.
then. Any Nickelodeon game. Any SpongeBob game.
It's too easy.
That's my answer at least.
It's too easy.
Can't take my
It's
answer.
too easy. But I give it to you.
But yeah, I just wrote a whole list right now. I wrote at least a dozen here. But
I'm
yeah,
thinking
I
of
want to
funny
hear.
ones.
Yeah, same here.
I'll wait till next week.
I already have 2 in my head that you
Does
guys
your new
did.
Three Stooges game count?
Yeah.
Stop giving away answers.
Well,
Whatever
they can
Retro
come
Nick,
up on their own.
whatever Retro Nick said, you can't use it.
I should name off a bunch so they can't use
No,
it.
please don't make it harder.
And but yeah. All right then. So, good luck, guys, for the new trivia question. And now on to the video gaming news. First things off, guys. I don't mean to be a downer, but I'm starting things off with a bit of a sad note here. A couple of weeks back in on March 6th of 2016, the creator behind the Professor Layton puzzles, Akira Tago, has recently passed away.
Actually, we found that out last week after we
Yeah.
stopped recording.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
found it on your phone.
Yeah.
He passed away literally a week, I think almost a week after his 90th birthday. So 90, very good age, a very nice long life. But Professor Akira Tago, he was a renowned psychologist and a very prestigious university professor in Japan, who was known for writing many books as well as many puzzle books in his spare time. So this man was legit a real life Professor Layton.
Brilliant.
Especially since how he designed and made up all those hundreds and hundreds of puzzles throughout that whole Professor Layton series. And if you guys don't know what Professor Layton is, it's a series of games that are for the handheld systems for the Nintendo DS as well as the Nintendo 3DS. And just recently had a crossover game with Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. And yeah, and the question that comes to mind for me about this is, since the passing of Professor Tago, will they stop making Professor Layton games, since this man was the brain behind all those puzzles?
Very true. I know there is one in development, I think. I don't know how that's going to go. You know, how can they...
Or maybe before he passed, maybe he...
finished
got
it,
to
and
finish
they
those
just have to make
puzzles
it
and they
now.
just-
Is it known that he finished it though?
Nobody knows. We don't know. Although I did hear that it was not going to be for the 3DS. It was actually going to go mobile, I think. It was a while ago I posted
But
about it.
hasn't Professor Layton done mobile games before? I think he has.
I think
Maybe.
it was gonna be the first one.
I think it was going to be the first one. Maybe. But regardless, I don't know. Maybe he finished it and they just didn't
And
do
you
it.
know what? Even if he didn't finish it, unfortunately, since those games make money, I can see them continuing it.
Yeah.
And if there's a bad response to the new puzzles
Then
and
there'd
everything,
be no
then
more.
that's going to be the last one.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, we're just gonna have to hope and see.
Yep.
So Professor Tago, good sir, may you rest in peace. God bless, and thank you for all those wonderful and challenging puzzles for Professor Layton. exactly 1 week later, though, on March 13th, Pokemon Company International Creative Design Director Eric Medali has passed away.
Oh, wow.
He was killed during a severe windstorm where a tree fell and crashed on top of his SUV.
His daughter was in it too, right?
Yeah,
She
I
got
heard.
away. Yeah.
And Mr. Medali, he was known for making a lot of cover designs and cover arts for many of the Pokemon TCG,
Oh,
as well
jeez.
as famous cover arts, as well as cover art for Pokemon X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire,
Oh, he did those?
Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and Black and White versions, as well as many others.
He must have made. I think he made the most recent Sega Classics 3D collection where he drew Sonic 2. Yeah.
And the question for this one that came to my mind as well, as since Eric Medali, sorry if I'm pronouncing his last name wrong.
Yeah.
Forgive me on this.
What are you gonna do?
But will from now on, when the new future generation Pokemon games come out, when the cover designs, will they be drastically different now? Since Mr. Medali, like when you see the cover, will people be like, will it look the same as always, or will people be like, right away, this is, you can tell this is brand new stuff.
Yeah.
This is not how it used to be.
I think it's going to keep the same thing where it's going to be the legendary Pokemon on the cover and stuff because that's what attracts you. Hey, new legendary Pokemon and stuff, but it's just going to maybe be drawn different and stuff. Hopefully, maybe somebody can replicate a style. If not, time for a new age of art and Pokemon. So what can you do?
But
now, has he been doing them since the original Red?
I'm not sure.
Because if you look at all game covers for Pokemon, have had the same type of style where you put like that game's the main Pokemon or legendary. It actually didn't turn into legendaries until Gold and Silver.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think so because I've seen his picture. He looks really young.
And I posted the list of games he has worked on in Game Strikers.
He looks really young,
Yeah.
like only 30s at least. Looks really
It could
young.
have been they moved to a young guy after a certain amount of time because we gotta remember the original Pokemon Red and Blue arts. They were around since 1996.
Yeah.
They just got carried over here when we were allowed to have Pokemon.
I think it would be Gold and Silver. Maybe would be his first or something like that. I don't know, but we'll that's do your research, folks. You can find.
I wonder
out deeper.
too if he made the design covers too for Pokemon Sun and Moon before he passed away.
Possibly.
Because weren't the covers revealed?
No,
they
just
weren't.
they just revealed the
okay.
names. So maybe they'll have a little in memory.
So I wonder if they were finalized, or maybe they might have a little tribute on the bottom there.
Yeah, nobody even knows what they look like, the legendaries and stuff. So
for Sun and Moon.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Nothing yet.
Once again, Mr. Medali, thank you so much for everything you've done.
Beautiful art.
May you rest in peace also, and for giving us all that beautiful artwork for both the games and the TCG. And also, thirdly, this coming Friday, March 25th, will mark 4 years since Ed Gold, the creator of Ed's World on YouTube, has passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
And as many of you guys, if you don't know who Ed Gold was a YouTube animator who created a very popular YouTube show called Ed's World that me and Sean have been fans of since high school.
Yeah, I've watched him since Newgrounds and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
that's where
Newgrounds was a big thing, and he was even before that. It was all during that time. So yeah.
And if you guys don't know who he is, or if you guys want to check out his stuff, please do. And also, just recently, they released an Ed's World documentary.
Yeah,
very good documentary.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Very good documentary. I recommend you guys watch it. A lot of wonderful information is there, and a lot of just all this flashback and how much work that they put into all this animation.
They also released the end, which is
just recently.
Yeah, recently. It's technically is not the end of the series though, because Tom, who was working on the series, ever since Ed passed away, he handed back over to Ed's family.
Yes.
So it's up to them what they want to do with it, but they produced the last 2 episodes. Yeah, he'll probably still provide voice work.
And if you guys haven't seen it, we won't spoil it.
Oh, yeah. You gotta watch it. If you're fans of the show, there's a person that comes back out of nowhere or whatever. So
I hope they
great.
keep it going.
Yeah.
I hope, because I'll admit, it was a bit of a tearjerker for me, and so was the documentary. But
yeah,
very
inspiring. If you're an aspiring artist and stuff like that, you look at what he's done with just simple tools in his home, and
once again, it's another show that is very relatable. It's
very
very
relatable to all of
that
our antics.
Ed, Matt, and Tom have done throughout the show.
Yeah.
And but yeah, once again, Ed, Mr. Gold, thank you for everything you have done and all the happiness you have given us over the years and all the cherished memories.
This is a really sad start.
Yeah.
It's a really good thing we're done here, but yeah, rest in peace, definitely.
May you rest in peace, and
antidepressants.
and we're gonna miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just a moment of silence.
Oh yeah, a little moment of silence
for all three of these wonderful men.
Alrighty.
Onward to happier things.
Let's do it, please.
I apologize once again for starting off on a depressing note, but today is Tuesday, March 22nd, where 20 years ago today, on this 22nd of March of 1996, Evil was born into gaming. I'm talking about Resident Evil's 20th anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
He seriously loves this game, guys. No joke. I'm actually at this moment while we're speaking, Resident Evil 2 is uploading to Highway to the Gamer Zone.
The first episode on Highway to the Gamer Zone. Check it out.
Check it out, guys.
Where he's going to be playing through the whole thing.
Yep.
You're okay, at this time, you're almost done with Leon.
I just need one more video.
Yeah, we're gonna do that today.
Are we giving him Claire to do?
No, not today.
Not today. But you're gonna do it.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you guys are wondering out there, the reason why I picked Resident Evil 2 over the first one, 3 reasons. 1, that was my first Resident Evil game. Number 2, that's my all-time favorite Resident Evil game. And 3, they're doing a reboot of it, which hopefully will come out very soon. I'm excited for it. So,
is it getting the HD treatment?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, yeah, it's coming for PS4.
All games have to have that.
That's kind of an obvious thing now. Get out!
Well,
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
But,
open the door and get out! Out! Thank God! Thank God he's out!
All right.
Shoot! Darn! I can't... Alright, you can come back in. Alright, he's getting something to drink.
I'm sorry for this guy.
Sorry for the ear rape.
Technical difficulties here.
No, get back there.
I don't know who that crazy man was that came in here screaming, but don't worry. SegaSean and I fended him off.
He'll be back though.
But yeah. On a side note, anyway, once again, happy anniversary to Resident Evil.
Definitely.
Thank you for giving us 20 years of pure terror.
Pure spoop.
Pure spoop.
Pure spoop.
And may you continue being the #1 definition of what survival horror is supposed to be. And I'm talking about the old school Resident Evil. Don't mistake it for the new school.
I was going to say that the recent Resident Evil titles have not been as scary as the originals, but I commend them for their actions.
All right. In other news, Smash got an update recently.
Yeah, out of nowhere, Jesus.
And I don't know. On Game Striker, Sean posted all these crazy math equations that show all the differences in the Smash update. But one of them is Ganondorf got stronger.
Again. Oh, Nick's back, by the way. But yeah, Ganondorf got a buff.
But yeah, which is why, because that was when I just found out recently about the update that I've been playing Smash Online recently, and I've been facing a whole ton of Ganondorf players. And I'm like, for some reason, they're much stronger. Why is that? I'm like, oh, update.
Why does Sakurai do this to us? We love you, Sakurai, but why must you buff him every update?
Cloud got nerfed.
Thank God.
Cloud got nerfed, and so did...
Was he really that bad at first?
I
hadn't had a chance to play
They
him.
lowered his limit break line. They gave it a longer time for it to fill up. instead of a faster
He's
time.
still strong though.
Still strong.
Still
He's
strong.
still a heavyweight.
You got to watch yourself with that sword.
Did Corrin and Bayonetta get nerfed too?
Corrin got nerfed, I believe.
Corrin got nerfed.
But
I
that
know
freaking counter,
Yeah.
counter has not been nerfed enough because Jesus, you be at 30. If you're in the air and he counters in your attack, you're flying. You're gone. There's no, not even.
Yeah, I.
Them Corrin counters, just no.
And did Link get stronger? Because for some reason I've been facing, besides Ganon, a lot of Link players online, and I've been having some difficulty for some reason.
I believe he did. I don't have the update with me, but I do think
his triple slash. I don't know, something. It just feels a lot more.
I don't know why they did this, Sakurai once again. Why the Zelda characters? Why?
But yeah. Like I said, if you hopefully Game Striker still has the listing there. Probably not, because it's been a while back.
Yeah.
But
even still,
it was an interesting one.
Even still, we were talking about this before the show started, and we said it ourselves. Even though there's a tier list, and yeah, there are nerfs and buffs.
Yeah.
Some can affect your character really badly, but
like I said, like I always say
matter.
before, when it comes to Smash, in my opinion,
adapt.
It's not. It's how you use the character.
Yeah.
It's not how who's stronger
You
or
can
what.
turn all
It's
of
how
to your main.
it's how you use the character. Because I fought some deadly Game and Watch players like I did today. I fought some really deadly other players that people believe like, oh, no one plays as him. He's no good. Bam, I lost. I'm dead in under 30 seconds.
You gotta watch out. So it depends on the player.
So don't underestimate
about the player,
players.
not the game, bro.
But yeah. In other news, this past weekend was C2E2. And as you know, all three of us, Retro Nick, SegaSean, and myself, KaijuLou, we were all there. And right now we're going to talk about some of the highlights that we enjoyed or loved about this year's C2E2.
Or loathed.
The vlog I shot for Highway to the Gamer Zone for that will be out later tonight. I just got to put some finishing touches on it.
No, we're not doing that. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it'll be out tonight.
And if you guys want to check out some of the highlights as well, myself and SegaSean uploaded on our channel, Super Game Strikers Podcast.
Yeah.
A C2E2 video.
Quick 10-minute video if you want a summary of what's going on there.
So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to.
Yeah, feel free. You guys have already been checking it out. Apparently, the views are.
We already can't wait for next year to make even more videos and stuff. We're already pumped about it and got it marked in our calendar. And because these videos are going to be bigger and better than ever.
Whoa.
What is it, Retro Nick?
What are some zombies called in Resident Evil 2? I gotta put it in for the tags.
Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
They're just zombies.
They're not called anything? They're not like
You mean the other monsters?
Yeah, like what are the monster types?
The dogs are, if you want to be technical, the dogs are called Cerebus.
What about lickers? Is that
Lickers are lickers.
I knew that!
Plants are called Ivies.
Lickers.
The boss's name is William.
Why, Nick? Why?
Anyway, before we get sidetracked even more.
I'm not trying to sidetrack you. This is important.
Oh.
I gotta set the tags.
Oh, you delusional fool. But anyway.
Okay, fine. Not my problem. People don't find your video.
Oh, I'm gonna get you, Nick. But anyway.
I'll just be here.
What were some of your favorite moments about C2E2, SegaSean?
I loved, every year they get bigger. And bigger is better in this situation because the video game section was out of control this year. Me and you went the first year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we went the first year and then we went a couple more times. But this year was the first time in a long time for me. And I was kind of iffy about it. I was like, you know what? I loved what they did the first couple times, but I want more for me.
And the first year was back in 2010, so this thing is still fairly new.
Yeah, and they delivered this time. OP delivered with, what do you call it, the video game section? The Godzilla stuff was astounding.
Oh, yeah.
Great prices.
Sean bought a handful of SH Monster Arts figures.
I binge bought every, but I got what I wanted. I'm happy. I can't wait for next year because I'm after some Mega Man stuff. And that stuff
actually, because, I'm filming, I'm not really able to pay attention, so all I can really do is go ooh and ah. When I played that video back, I didn't realize that was 2014 Godzilla you had in your hand. I remember when that figure came out. It was really fucking nice. I saw it all over on Ranger Board of people who bought it, and I wanted it.
Oh.
And then I realized you had it.
Oh, well, too bad. Get one. Get one.
Were there
Get
more
one!
Were there
No.
more there? Did we see any more?
There was only one. That's why when we first got there, we seen this action figure section, and I wanted them, but I wanted to look for my favorite Godzilla, but there was only one of the 2014 Godzilla, and I was like, fine, I'll get it now. And then later on, I found the Godzilla I wanted, Godzilla 2000. I'm happy. I'll do it now. Oh.
And
We're talking about channel art.
Sorry.
Forgive us.
there weren't as many vendors as I hoped, but I found some amiibos there.
Yeah.
I picked up a Ness amiibo and also a King Dedede amiibo,
That was
which
a
is
nice
really rare.
Tell them the story really quick of how stupid.
Well, there were only a total of 2 vendors there that were selling amiibos, but when we found the first vendor, we were like, oh my god, amiibos! And we looked at them like, got it. Ooh, a Chibi Robo.
Yeah,
and,
on its own and stuff.
and right there in front of us, in our very eyes, King Dedede, we didn't notice.
We didn't even see it. It's
took
like
us-
right there in the middle.
Someone could have easily just come up.
I know.
And then I'm just like looking line. It was even 2 minutes, I
We
think.
were about to leave it too. We
Yeah.
were just like, all right, well,
I'm
let's
like,
go.
oh, King Dedede.
Yeah, you know?
And I'm like, whoop!
Yeah, just
my
grabbed
hands.
it. And we even asked the guy, he's like, yeah, we don't get many of those.
Too
around
bad there was
here."
like no fit trainer or something.
I know, yeah, but hey, something's 2's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I was really scared. I was like, oh, they all have the same ones that I already
Yeah.
have. But yeah, this nears my completion for the Smash line. I just need 8 more.
Yeah.
8 more to complete the Smash line. And man, oh man. But like I said, I also picked up some Kirby plushies. And being the big Godzilla fan, an Anguirus figure.
Yeah, finally. You've
Finally.
been waiting. Anguirus is one of his favorites. He finally got an Anguirus figure.
After 6 years.
Oh, shut up. No.
And
Was that the Anguirus figure you wanted, or is
It was
that
an
just
Anguirus
like
figure,
There's
if
an Anguirus
anything.
version. There was another one, but it was the detailed one from the 60s version of Anguirus, and he was like $250.
It was so beautiful looking, though. That box
Beautiful.
art, it looked so good.
That detail. All right. Yeah, I found Anguirus, and overall it was the Bandai version. I saw several other Godzilla figures, but like I said, I didn't have that much money.
No.
So.
What about you, Nick? What did you find? Oh,
What
I bought
did
an
you-
ocarina.
And
I learned a song already.
I met Chicago native and famous YouTuber Nostalgia Critic,
That's
which
you.
was really cool.
Nick,
and what
you're not
did you
getting
get?
to talk.
What did you get, Retro Nick?
I stood in line and waited for autographs from Austin St. John, the original Red Power Ranger, played Jason, the original Red Power Ranger, and
It's common knowledge that Wes was the original Red Ranger.
you shut your mouth.
Oh.
No, Wes was cool though. But I also met CM Punk, who wasn't a jerk, and that's all you could really ask for when you meet him, is for him to hope that he's not a jerk.
He looks like a jerk.
What's a CM Punk? Oh, I'm just playing.
Sounds like a punk to
yeah.
me.
If you guys don't know who CM Punk is,
He's actually quite a crabby person, and it's not by choice. It's just kind of.
I remember I saw him in the distance in the line just to see what he looks like. Just the face he made, he did not look like he was having a good time.
I
He
believe
just-
at that point, because someone told me a story. From,
Did he have a coffee? Because every event he always has a cup of coffee. in his
He's
hand.
trying to wake up. He's trying to stay alive.
Yeah, he always has those heavy bags under his eyes.
Because he's always trying to stay alive for these fucking people who like are bringing him wrestling shit. Decide he's sick of seeing wrestling. He hates wrestling now. But no. Real quick, I gotta tell you this. This is actually kind of funny. A guy I was standing in line with talking to. He was telling me about the day prior, Friday. Apparently, there was this like really big fat guy in a wheelchair with his kids, and his kids wanted to meet CM Punk. And he said it loud enough so Punk could hear, CM Punk's a fucking has-been. I'm not going to pay money for you to see him. Why do you want to see him? No, I'm not doing it. Punk told the kids to come here, gave them free autographs, and then he cursed their dad out.
Wow.
Which the kids didn't even defend him because he's a fat piece of shit, probably.
Wow.
Well,
Dad, you suck!
well, All I'm gonna say is this. Not just.
So apparently he's nice. He's always nice to kids.
All I'm gonna say is this about not just for CM Punk but for any other celebrity that signs autographs. As long as you treat them like a human being, they'll treat you with that same kind of respect.
Oh yeah, I avoided talking wrestling and asking when he's gonna fight.
If you fanboy over him and ask him all these stupid ass questions, and of course he's not gonna
We talked comics for a few seconds because I brought him my Drax the Destroyer comic to sign because he writes that.
And
anything else to add though? I mean,
no, I'm not gonna go into the whole personal experience because it was overall acceptable. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't terrible. I've had some awkward interactions. Like, I fanboyed a little too hard when I met the Green Ranger, and I felt a little embarrassed I did that afterwards.
What can you do?
So I make it a goal to just be normal when I meet these guys.
I did the same thing with the voice of Sonic. It's Sonic Boom. I was so nervous. I was like, you!
But Jason asked me how long had I how old was I when I started watching Power Rangers? And I said I was about 2 or 3. And that kind of blew his mind.
Oh yeah, that was sweet.
At one time, at the Sonic convention that Sean attended in New York, the voice of Eggman, Mike Pollock, it was Sonic. Sonic, my bad.
Yeah, Roger Smith and Knuckles.
You actually watched the trailer with him.
Yeah. That was
for Sonic Boom.
I remember that because we were in line. It was a long line for autographs. And they would play trailers randomly for the new Sonic Boom game, this TV show at the time coming out. And it started playing, and I was standing right next to him, and I was like, here's my thing, my Sonic Generations to sign if you could. He's like, all right. And the trailer started playing, and he's like, hey, you want to watch this? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to watch this. And I got to stand next to him. Sorry, Roger. I'm sorry. My husband, though. So... and I'm standing next to him, and the trailer's playing.
Pollock voices Boom Knuckles?
Mike Pollock?
Yeah.
No, he voices Eggman. No,
okay.
Travis Willingham voices
Dan Green was there? Dan Green was there?
No, the Sonic X voice cast got canned.
Wow.
Yeah, all of them. Sonic Colors, I think, was the start.
I thought you said I could swear you guys just said Dan Green was at Sonic Boom last year.
No. Mike Pollock is the only one from the Sonic X voice cast that got carried over because everyone loves him. So.
All right. Oh no. You know what time it is, guys.
Uh-oh.
It is time for this week's new cancerous meme of the week.
Oh, what do we have in store now?
I think this will top Bart Simpson. Fedora memes.
Fedora memes. What are those?
Forgive my language out there, folks. I hate those motherfucking things.
I'm just saying, don't lean on the table because the last podcast, as a side note, is really creaky. So, and I was kind of annoyed by that. Just that was my fault because I was like,
yeah, and you're the one who just shook the hell out of my table, going, get out!
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I hate Fedora memes. Fedora memes is when you see some kind of stupid kid or adult who is wearing a fedora, and they're just usually these fat fucks, and they just say the stupidest things, and they're just these stupid things like, I am a higher life form than you.
Now, if you own a fedora, you may succumb to the cancer that is this meme. But you can save yourself by throwing it in the trash. But
burn it.
If you have a fedora and you think it's fancy, don't, because that means that you're an ultimate hipster, and that's not good. Exactly. See, now our friend Retro Nick, our friend has a fedora and he's wearing it right now. Now see, it's trashed right now. It's bent and out of shape. So honestly, the cancer is gone from it, and it mostly looks ridiculous, like way more.
You know how I got this?
How did you get this fedora?
It was when I was on one of those
Kids, don't turn into this.
We're gonna put a picture at the end of the video.
We're going to put a picture, kids.
We're gonna put a picture.
Example.
Where's my phone? Oh, I'm doing stuff.
We'll do it later.
No, come on now. He's putting on the flannel. This is too much, Nick. Come on, Nick.
Ooh.
Come on.
But
No.
No.
It's dark in here, sorry. I'm recording right now.
Ooh,
Look at
the
this.
cancer.
This is not what you
spreading.
want to be. Lou, what do you have to say about this?
No.
No. The worst thing you can do is put a pipe in your mouth.
No.
Wait, no, not the glasses.
No.
It's getting worse. No.
Ooh.
No.
These are my broken ones I got.
This is the worst thing ever. Do not do this ever. Oh no, I got it still recording. You're good.
Anyway, but
Ah.
Oh, I got
it
the
is
beer too.
it is some of the most cringe-worthy shit out there, folks.
They think they know
I'll be
all
honest.
when they don't.
They think nobody now these days nobody looks good in it. Nobody.
Nick,
You
whatever
look-
you do,
Everybody looks fucking ridiculous
do
and
not
fucking
tip
stupid.
the fedora. Do not. No. Get out. Get out. No. Get out. Shit. I'll get out of here.
Podcast is over.
No.
Podcast is over.
Oh, I said shit, didn't I? I'm sorry.
I said fuck 10 times.
Oh, I've been watching myself. I've been pretty good this time
Alright.
around.
I let myself
Swear,
go.
damn.
I let myself go.
25.
I let myself go.
Damn, not here.
I let myself go on this one.
Where's that? Damn
But,
chaos.
Anyway, bottom line, folks, one of the worst things out there, one of the most cancerous, one of the most cringeworthy shits
At
you'll
least the
ever
cancer
see.
didn't spread too much because Nick's fedora looks like shit right now.
Anyways, real quick, how I got this. I was just hanging out at a bar.
No one gives a shit. Anyway, on the side news,
Someone just put it on my head and I walked out.
my mind hurts.
Oh.
Yeah,
My
I
mind.
watched it.
See, cancer, see?
Anyway, on a better note, this coming Friday, March 25th, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice comes out in theaters.
Let's see what happens.
Now it is
Let's
my
see what
time
happens.
to shine.
Now it's my time to shine.
The third superhero, no, the second one coming out this year, and oh man, yay or nay, SegaSean?
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to
Because
see it.
I mean, I've said it before to Nick when we talked about it like a while ago. Even if it's bad, whatever it can be, whatever it is, I'm just happy that two big superheroes, including more like Wonder Woman and stuff, are all coming together. I like that about movies and crossovers. It just draws me in.
You know
so.
what else? You gotta be pretty fantastically bad at your job to make it as bad as Batman and Robin.
Are you going to see it this coming Friday, Retro Nick?
I'm going to try to. I'm trying to get in touch with Rudy about it. If I don't sit with Rudy, I'm probably just gonna go with Lauren.
Okay. And yeah, so this coming Friday, folks, hit the theaters. It's probably gonna be a jam-packed house.
Very.
I'm more personally the Sunday matinee type of guy. Or
Matinee? What? Even you, Mr. Showbiz?
that's what they call it back in the day, the Sunday
It's
matinee.
not
of
back in
people
the
who
day,
want
though,
to
now,
see it.
is it? No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's still called. It's
Where's
still
my fedora?
it's still called the Sunday matinee. But anyway, I got the fedora on. I don't even look good in it. But
You have a fedora?
no, I said I'm. Even I.
Oh, God, no. No.
I got the thing on.
Oh, you look like a news reporter from the 50s, please.
Anyway,
Clark Kent, get out.
we'll take a picture of me too with this thing on too at the end.
Get
But
fudge.
in the end, Sean. But also side superhero news. During these podcasts, we've talked about the Deadpool movie. We've talked about Batman vs Superman, and we've talked about Civil War.
This guy looks like a
But
news
one
reporter.
thing that we haven't talked about at all,
You're directing this at me.
yes, is the Suicide Squad movie coming out this August.
I know where you're going. With
I think it's shit.
Retro Nick, what are your thoughts on the Suicide Squad movie, particularly on the Joker look?
Yeah,
saw
just
that. I
focus
saw
on
where
the
this
Joker.
was-
Let's not,
You know what? I think it's gonna be one of those situations where we think it's gonna be shit.
I heard Batman's going to be in it, though.
Yeah,
The same
he's gonna make a
Batman.
little
He is in
cameo.
it. He is in it.
Okay.
He makes a cameo. It's in a flashback.
So are these bad guys superheroes? Or I'm not familiar with the Suicide
The
Squad,
Suicide Squad is a band of villains
Take off the
being.
fedora, Lou.
Don't
Don't put on.
wrong.
Ah!
It's
It's like
fedora.
a bad raccoon.
Anyway, as you were
ravenous
saying,
raccoon on my head.
The Suicide Squad. It's a band. It's a group of villains being forced to do Argus.
Mm-hmm.
Argus's dirty work, and if they don't listen to them, they the bomb that's been implanted in their head will be detonated, and they will be killed.
Okay.
Neither of them want that. But if they listen to Amanda Waller and her instructions, they basically get a stay of execution.
Okay. And one thing that shocked me, though, I don't know, I just found out about it recently. Like I said, I'll be honest, never really cared for it. I'm not too familiar with it. Will Smith is casted as Deadshot.
I think that was purely to put a big name on the project.
Yeah.
Because when I've seen different versions of Deadshot throughout the comics. One. I know, throughout the comics and throughout TV shows and movies, and I'm like, Will Smith will never come in my mind.
Isn't Deadshot black in the animated movie though? The Arkham.
He is not.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
He's like he's tanned, but he's not black.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You know, for at least half of it, Will Smith is going to have his face in it. But I believe towards the end, when it comes to the big climax, we're going to see Deadshot in the mask mostly. So now you asked me about the Joker.
Yes.
What I think of Jared Leto's Joker. Okay, here's the thing about that. You know, everyone's like, oh, the tattoos look stupid. He looks like a hipster, all this shit. Here's the thing. I think it's going to be one of those situations where he looks incredibly stupid, but his performance is going to kill it. We're going to have another Heath Ledger situation on our hands. I think that's what we're going to have.
I believe that too.
Because when I decided to look up pictures of the new Joker when Dark Knight was first coming out, and I saw that, I thought, oh man, that looks stupid.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I didn't like it at first, but then I saw the trailer for it in the theaters, and I was like, okay, I got to see this. Yeah. I got to see this. And then I saw it, and it blew my mind, and it actually made me a permanent Batman fan for life.
Cool.
Wait, so you were never a Batman fan before that?
You get out! Get out! No. This episode's going to be called Get Out.
Everyone has their...
You fraud.
Everyone has their things that makes them a fan of it. Like, I didn't get fully into Sonic, really, until I met him.
Hello. Actually, nobody...
What else have you lied to us about, RetroNet?
That's the story with everybody that meets me. They're like, I played Sonic a couple times, and all of a sudden we got Lewis buying plushies and all the figures. We got Nick who's playing
all the games.
Yeah, you got all, that happens. Except for Rudy. Just Rudy has not been affected by my waves, that's why.
He's always kind of done his own thing, though.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's fine.
I've only been able to get him into a few stuff.
I mean, I don't really even ask for that. I'm just like, it just spreads, whatever. So
it kind of happens.
Yeah, it just kind of happens.
Hell, even what's-his-face went along with it.
Yeah. Whoever that is.
Who? Oh, that guy.
Whoa!
Abort!
Anyway, all in all, this is our spiel about the Suicide Squad movie, since I know this was one.
Should go into depth about every character if you're going to talk
Nobody
about it.
really cares, though. No. I know, but who really cares?
But we will discuss more in future podcasts, since we got all the way to August.
When the movie comes,
near
the movie comes,
fair enough.
Just a little brief analysis of it. But the big topic during this whole thing...
Was this the one teased from last week?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Comic book movies versus video game movies. Why is the first one more successful than the other? Just why? Because, like I said, comic book movies have had their own share of bad movies, but the majority of them are much more better than the video game movies. You know, a lot more good comic book movies than there are video games. Or 99.
Well, there was a time where comic book movies themselves were also very horrendous, like a straight line of horrendous.
Late 90s to mid 2000s.
Them 90s.
Yeah.
Them 90s.
I'm surprised you met Nostalgia Critic after he just recently did Spawn.
I know. And the recent video he did was The Mask. And why it should be gory.
He did was The Mask supposed to be gory?
But anyway, so why do you guys think that is?
Well,
that comic book movies have been,
I've always thought that it's like, it depends on the person who's directing for sure. If they understand the source material, and around the time that they were made, like Take, for example, the Mario Brothers movie. You know, you just go off of a franchise that is hugely popular, but why is it hugely popular? Did anybody do any research for that movie? I mean, you just look at the cover art and it's like, oh, dinosaur, Yoshi, get on the movie.
Though, could they have gotten away with a live action Mushroom Kingdom with how it looks in the game?
I don't understand choices. Choices are a big factor in movies like this. Mario Brothers belongs as an animated movie, in my opinion. Sonic the Hedgehog belongs as an animated movie. When you have cartoonish
You're saying you would turn down the opportunity to play Chris Thorndike?
Oh, of course not. I would love to. I would
hate the character, but I'll play him.
I'll play it for the money. So, you know,
no one can top the hipster Chris Thorndike that Sean seen from New York.
No one can top that. Third place at Sonic Boom 2013.
There was a hipster Thorndike.
Yeah, he came out with the beanie on and stuff in a coat, and he said, "Hi, I'm hipster Chris Thorndike. I write Sonic fan fiction on DeviantArt and stuff." And I knew Sonic before all of you, basically. He was saying, you know, and everybody loved it so much. But through the competition, when he got third place, he's like, no, the other people deserve this. I just did this as a joke, and he got third place. But yeah,
good for him.
Yeah.
He won for being clever.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it just depends if the person has a passion for the video games, for the video game scene or comics. Look at Wreck-It Ralph. But when you look at these big comic book movies, they got all these, you know, 150 mil, $200 million budgets, while the comic book movie's a $3 million budget.
Well, it's kind of proven that comics have a wider
appeal
to actual fans and the general public.
It also seems that Marvel basically has, you know, like, shown people what a superhero movie can do and be, and follow that formula. Not
they
the
got
same.
Disney backing them.
Yeah, but would it ever be possible to make a video game movie, you know, like the way they've made the Dark Knight trilogy? Would it ever be possible to be able to make a video game movie into something of that caliber?
You gotta pick the right video game to do that with, though. I think it can be done. But it's gonna have to be something in the realm of realistic possibilities.
Yeah.
Assassin's
Creed.
I think that can do it, actually.
If they do good, yeah.
We'll have to see like how much actually went into this thing.
Because I was about to say, there's actually a lot of firsts coming out this year. We got Warcraft, which is the first ever movie based on an MMORPG. We got Angry Birds, which is the very first movie based on an app game.
Well, that's just Angry Birds by name.
I know, I'm just saying.
Do good.
We got Ratchet and Clank, which is the very first movie based on...
That's legit? That's happening?
Yeah.
What?
Coming out next month.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah, the PS4 game that's coming out is based on the movie, which is based on the first game. And it looks amazing.
And I haven't seen any trailers for it, though.
There's not that much. There's not that much.
I've seen it in theaters.
For Goosebumps, right?
When I saw Goosebumps with Mary, they revealed the trailer.
Jeez, that means its release probably isn't going to be that big.
Marketing probably is not going to be
it's the
that
first
good.
ever video game that is based off a Sony mascot.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we got Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I wouldn't want to see, like, big budget Hollywood video game movies. I would like to see episodic Netflix series, though.
That would be cool. I mean, we've already heard those rumors about the Legend of Zelda thing that never came to fruition.
And Sean, I'm going to say right now, if there's any video games that can benefit from making their games live-action TV series or movies, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They're the ones that have the most widespread
They are the
appeal.
Disney of the video game world.
But they're just so afraid to give their properties out now after what they did with Super Mario Brothers, the movie, and the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
There have been talks, though. Remember, recently, movies, theme parks, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Nintendo may be making some pretty big moves.
Well, like for example, I think a live-action Netflix series for like Street Fighter could work. You do like a big tournament saga.
Well, there is kind of a thing that's going on right now.
It's worked for Daredevil, which season 2 is premiering soon.
I'm actually on episode 2 as we speak.
There is a Street Fighter.
Great.
And we got John Bernthal, a.k.a. Shane from The Walking Dead, as the Punisher.
Oh, I already love it, man. I love it. It's
so
perfect.
Him already?
Yes.
They showed him already?
He's in the first episode.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it's so perfect. They have it building up like it's this army attacking all these different gangs, and it's revealed it's one guy. And then that he shows up and it's just so nerdgasmatic.
He totally looks like a Punisher right there. His body and everything. So yeah. But
I don't know when he gets the Skull T-shirt though. Right now he doesn't have it. He only wears a black jacket and a black T-shirt and blue jeans. I think he's gonna get decked out in black very soon though.
You need to. Bottom line for me with video game movies, at least to improve them, you need to understand the source material. You need to do your research. With the Sonic movie coming out, yes, I'm scared as hell, but I have faith in the writer at least because, like I said before, I think we talked about it. He's posted pictures of all the Sonic games and stuff, classic, new. He's done research on the comics, online, the fandom itself.
And like we said, he's a legit fan of
He's
Sonic.
a legit fan. He's even said he's
not just some random director they just picked to say, hey, you want to do a Sonic movie? Okay, then.
But will Hollywood warp it?
What's a Sonic?
Yeah.
you know what, Sean? Even it's bad as long as it makes money in Hollywood's mind, it's gonna be a success.
Yeah.
What would kill it though? Me and SegaSean talked about it. What would kill it though, if it came out at the worst possible time during, let's say, it tried to compete with Frozen 2 or the Minions 2. Nope.
Any Marvel movie.
But what's coming out June? Isn't it Jurassic Park, the sequel to the...
Yeah, it's coming out with the second Jurassic World movie.
2018, right?
Yeah, or... Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I remember
Sonic's come out the same time as Jurassic World 2.
The new Jurassic World, I think it's like a month before Godzilla 2 comes out.
It hasn't been confirmed when the Sonic movie is coming out, but...
So we're going to have the dinosaurs compete against the big kaiju himself.
Oh, yeah. Can't fucking wait. Oh, it's a fuck. All right,
that's going to be a good...
that King Ghidorah.
Shit!
That's going to be a good box office fight.
Oh, no, Godzilla all the way. It's going to win.
But what scares me is that, this is supposed to be the biggest Godzilla, and of you guys who don't know who King Ghidorah is, big giant 3-headed golden dragon who's always been twice the size of Godzilla. And
so
imagine
good.
how big he's going to be compared to...
So good.
I think I'm going to like this around. We're going to see Godzilla a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Because they got the big tease out of the way in the first movie.
Everybody's complaints about the first movie, I hope.
Liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
Mothra,
they kept it hidden.
Mothra and Rodan will also be in this film as
jeez.
well.
So big, I can't wait.
One big monster fest, huh?
I can't wait.
I only hope they add Minya.
No, please, God, no. Oh, God, please, no. But yeah, understand your source material, that's important. So.
Yeah, bottom line here, folks. But, yeah.
As Deadpool has shown, that is actually what it comes down to.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, yeah, too. And
know your audience, know every corner you can of the fandom.
Because Deadpool wasn't successful because of our rating. He was successful because he was true to himself.
Yep.
Yeah, folks, so we can only hope for the best. And, yeah, so tell us what you think about some of the reasons why... comic books versus video game movies.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment if you can.
Leave a comment on Game Strikers. Good topic on Game Strikers.
Squeaky table.
The Super Game Striker
Good.
YouTube channel.
But, yeah. At the closing of this, you guys be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Super Game Strikers Podcast, the official podcast of Game Strikers. And... be sure to like us on Game Strikers on Facebook. And be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Highway to the Gamer Zone, starring SegaSean and Retro Nick. Take care, guys. And we are hyper, so be hyper, get hyped. Go see Batman vs. Superman. Take care, folks.
Dark in here, sorry. I'm recording right now. Look at this.
Answer.
This is not what you want to be. Lou, what do you have to say about this?
No.
The worst thing you can do is put a pipe in your mouth. Wait, no, not the glasses.
No.
It's getting worse. No. This is the worst thing ever. Do not do this ever.
We talked about Civil War.
This guy looks like
But one thing that we haven't talked about